Hey buds, and welcome to everything new coming to 26.2, which as you can see by the sign back here, but that sign's actually not right because it's not cubed chaos, even though there are a bunch of cubes and it's chaotic, but it's actually chaos cubed. So the very first thing that's super noticeable is the Sulfur Caves is a new underground biome that has things like sulfur, and if I come over here, where is it? Cinnabar! The Sulfur Caves look so freaking cool, especially with like this cool water effect with the potent sulfur, which is a special type of sulfur. And I think that I need to take you guys somewhere totally new to really showcase this. All right, here we are in the Sulfur Caves. The actual one, not the one that I made. Now, like you saw, there are going to be these weird looking stalactites and stalagmites. These are the Sulfur Spikes, and they work exactly identical to Dripstone. If I change into survival mode and I jump on one of them, hubba! Oh, hubba! Oh, hubba! Oh, come on, man. And these guys can, in fact, fall on top of you, which is even more devastatingly deadly. But yeah, they're basically the exact same as Dripstone, except for the fact that I don't think that you can farm these in any way, but they're so freaking cool. And yes, you can hear to my left, we have a brand new mob, the Sulfur Cubes. Now these guys, oh my gosh, probably the most in-depth changeable mob in the entire game. And you see we got a little baby over there. Now these guys spawn whether or not you're in peaceful mode, hard mode, it doesn't matter to them. They are going to spawn in the Sulfur Cave biome. And you can pick the baby ones up with a bucket and you breed them with slime balls, which is kind of weird because they basically are slimes. Once you kill them, they split in two, kind of like a osmosis situation. That's a sciencey word. These little baby guys come out. Now they do not naturally respawn to my knowledge. I think it's like a one and done when you load up the cave area, but I could be wrong on that, so take that with a grain of salt. Let's come up our mine shaft here. We have a few new things. First of which is that we're getting a new CD, Bounce by Fingerspit, and this CD will spawn in mine carts with chests in mine shafts that are inside the Sulfur Caves biome. Now that's really wordy. Basically, mine shafts have an increased chance of spawning in these Sulfur Caves here. So you'll be able to find them in a minecart with a chest. And if you haven't listened to this already, give it a listen. I really like it. It's like a smooth, like, it's really nice. I really like it. And it looks like cheese. But Fingerspit has also added in more new songs. 5 of them to be exact, being Ebb, Home, Nightly, Shores, and Memories. And I gotta say, out of all of them, Shores is my absolute favorite. I've been playing on snapshots, and whenever I hear it, oh, it's just so nice. Okay, but back to the main event. These Sulfur Caves are so sick, but there is a big emphasis on geysers and their features for things like Redstone in the community. So let's head on down. Whoa! New geysers showing up bright and strong. Okay, well, if you have just potent sulfur, then you will get these yellow bubbles. But if you put a block of magma underneath the potent sulfur and then you add water to the top, it has the chance to randomly generate these geysers. And yes, for everybody who's wondering, oh, I don't want to get nauseous. Everyone who's wondering, they do send the player flying miles high. It's so sick. And luckily, Mojang listened to us and they gave us a way to actually control these geysers. Because right now, if you leave it like this with just the magma under the potent sulfur, it'll be totally random when these geysers go. So they've given us a few different options here. I have a dispenser down here with a lava bucket, and if we send it out, then it will be a continuous and a lot quieter geyser spout. And let's take that lava away. They also had this in a previous snapshot, but they recently removed it. If you have a non-lava source block, it does not make the geysers, which I think is good, but I also like, come on, that was really sick. But we're gonna have to stick with this little dispenser way of doing it. And something I found while I was testing this, if you leave a 1 air block and you put some slabs or any permeable block under it and you activate the geyser, it does a little bit less less effects. So this could be cool for like a choo-choo train or something like that if you don't want it to be like the main engine. And that's just something cool that I found when I was testing in this world. So a lot of different ways to control this. And oh my gosh, I know Redstoners everywhere are freaking out about this. But this is not all that they've added in this update. If we come down here, we will see that there is now a friends list in Java edition. So you can play and hop on with your friends and have a great time. Oh, I'm so sorry. And have a great time. And there's also going to be upcoming P2P, which is player to player. So if I go into the friends list, which you'll see I already have a few friends, this is going to work with your Microsoft account. And there used to be an option if one of these players were online, then you could actually join on their world. But they took it out of the actual release because they didn't have enough time to beta test and finalize everything. So I expect that to be back in future updates. And honestly, I'm so grateful that they're doing that. Bedrock has had that for ages now, and I really want that. And I also want to say thank you to everybody who has friended. If you're watching this and want to send me a friend request, then go ahead, feel free to do so. I might not accept it, I don't know. I have very bad social anxiety. But anyway, thank you for that, Mary. We'll catch you later. Goodbye. We also have to talk about the new Sulfur block families and Cinnabar. So on the right over here, we have obviously the bottom row is the default Sulfur, and we have the stairs, slab, and the wall. Next, we have the, well, chiseled, which looks like a Sulfur Cube. We've also got the bricks, which have all of the exact same variants, and then the polished Sulfur. I'm just so glad that we're getting more yellow blocks because I don't know about you, but really the only blocks that were yellow are like wool and glowstone, and I can't really think of anything else, maybe concrete, but this is a huge addition. And just as huge, here is the Cinnabar block, stairs, slab, and wall. We've got the chiseled Cinnabar block, which honestly looks like some spider or arthropodic structure. I don't know. But we've also got the Cinnabar bricks, brick stairs, brick slab, wall, and the polished Cinnabar family, which these look so freaking good. Block families like this are so freaking cool. I absolutely adore them. Not to mention with all the animation that's going on with those like Cinnabar, potent sulfur like structures erupting and everything, that's gonna be so sick. Oh, and I just realized this is actually potent sulfur. So you take a few of those and you can craft it into potent sulfur, and you can have those cool little bubbles in the water effect. And you can't break it with your hand. Learn that one the hard way. Okay, moving on though, we're going underground to the Sulfur Cube archetypes. Now, I told you I would talk about this. There are so many different versions. So let's start by first saying you can put blocks inside of Sulfur Cubes just by holding a block and right-clicking them. Now, this guy in here has some purpur in him, but like this sign says, you can remove any block inside of these Sulfur Cubes by using some shears. Now, the archetypes are far and wide so freaking cool to play around with. The first archetype is actually going to be regular, and this is basically talking about most of the blocks in the game can be put into this guy and they will have a regular archetype, meaning that their speed will be medium, their bounce will be medium, their friction will be medium, and their air drag will be super low. The second archetype is bouncy, which if you put any type of log into these guys, they are going to have the bouncy archetype with high speed, high bounce, medium friction, and medium air drag. Next up, we've got slow bounce, which is with things like stones, cobblestone, and so on. And these will have slow speed, the bounce will be high, the friction will be medium, and the air drag will be medium. We've also got slow flat, which is for things like metals. So for instance, I've got an iron block inside of this guy. He's gonna have high speed, low bounce with medium friction and medium air drag. We also have fast flat, which is most organic blocks like moss and grass, with a super high speed, a low bounce, medium friction, and low air drag. Next up, we've got the light archetype, which is with any type of wool. The speed is low, the bounce is high, the friction is medium, and the air drag is high. So these guys float around like balloons. We have slow sliding archetype, and that's for any of the mushroom blocks. It's gonna have low air drag, little to no bounce, low friction, and low air drag. And we've also got fast sliding, which is all of the ice types, with high speed, little to no bounce, low friction, and low air drag. We also have the special archetypes. So right down here, we have high resistance, which is with soul sand and soil. You're going to have very low speed, low bounce, but super high friction and low air drag. And on the other side of that, we have the sticky archetype. And this is used by putting a honeycomb into the Sulfur Cube. Now, they did not really give a specific speed, bounce, friction, and air drag, but they described it like being a golf ball. So I'm gonna say speed is medium, bounce is basically none, and friction is going to be pretty high, and air drag will be minimal. And of course, further on down the path, we have probably the most recognizable one yet, the explosive archetype, where you put TNT into one of these guys and hope there is not an accident. Now, speed is medium, bounce is medium, friction is medium, and air drag is medium. And this is the only archetype that allows you to interact with the block while it's inside the Sulfur Cube. You can set the TNT off by right-clicking with a flint and steel, firing a flame bow, and so much more. I think getting it through lava also lights it. It's so sick. It takes about 7 seconds for it to explode, and they cannot be sheared when they're primed, so watch out. And I actually want to do a little test here, because I like that so much. Yeah, these guys are very dangerous, so we're just gonna put you right there. Yeah, nope. Yeah, just stay in the corner back there. So I've got a flame bow, and I'm just gonna hope that this doesn't damage anything. Oh, no! Get back in there! Get back in there! Oh, no! Chain reaction! Chain reaction! Yeah, something went a little wrong. That's unfortunate. Well, we're just gonna keep going in the archetypes then. This is also another way that you can utilize these little geyser trail things, make lava look like it's steaming a bit. And just to show a little bit of behind the scenes, I have lava with a potent sulfur above it. I have water, one air bubble, and then a cobbled deep slate slab here with more lava. So it looks so sick. There is so much that you can do with these. It's so awesome. But speaking about how awesome this is, we need to talk about the last archetype, the hot archetype, which occurs when you put a magma block into a sulfur cube. Now, these guys are dangerous, not in the same way as TNT, but if you walk up to them a little bit, you're gonna start taking just a bit of damage. And now that we've talked about all of the different archetypes, let's actually get into some practical uses for them, because it's one thing to know all about them, and it's another thing to actually make something like basketball. The way that you damage these sulfur cubes is crucial for how they move. You saw me with the TNT, just walking up to it, maybe tapping it a little bit with my fist. If you use something like a netherite knockback 2 sword, these guys are gonna go far, depending on their archetype. The wooden archetype specifically, I've had so many issues with that just going into Neverland. So let's use just a normal netherite sword, and let's get this stone guy here. So you can actually pick them up with a bucket, put them down, and they will keep their archetype. I'm dribbling. Now I gotta get it up there. So I'm gonna hit it low so it can bounce a little. Oh no, it's not gonna work. Okay, let me try going back. I just did a travel, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit better. Come on. Boom. Yeah, let's go! I totally did not switch out the normal sword for the knockback 2 sword, but it's a fun little way of getting these guys here. You can potentially challenge your friend to a game, and depending on where you hit these guys, oh, give them back to me, thank you. They go different places. So if I just set him down right here and I hit him up at the top of his head, he'll go kind of straight, but as you can see, if I hit him lower, then he will bounce. And depending on where you hit him is crucial. Depending on how much damage you do is also crucial. If I hit him with my bare hand down here, he doesn't even jump. It's really fun playing basketball by yourself. Whoops, I failed that one. There we go, reverse bucket. And that was the stone archetype, but if I get out the wood archetype, I don't think I'm getting that ball back. Oh man, it went into the neighbor's yard. Nobody's seen that neighbor for 40 years. Oh my goodness. And also, as we come back through these sulfur cubes, some of them are buoyant and others are not. For instance, the soul sand over here, it actually gets sucked down, while the magma gets pushed up, just like their normal counterparts do with water. So we have the wool one, which is buoyant, it can float, the wood one can float, and the regular can float. So thank you so much, Book and Quill. Thank you, Sulfur Cubes. But we've got to make our way to the Sulfur Cube course, where I've set up mini games and some sports. So first up, we've got golf. And the par is 2. Oh, there it is. The flag's right there. So like I was saying earlier, it really depends on what you hit it with. So the axe would be for something like long range, like 4, and you just hit it away. If you hit it with a sword and crit, then it can be long, or if you just hit it normally, then it will be like mid-range. The mace is mid-range from what I've tested, and the spear is a versatile mid-range. Now, since I want to get past par, I kind of want to, I think I could nail this right here. Let me do a running start. Oh, come on, man. Okay. Par! Yes! But I think I can do better though. Okay, hold on. I think I can do, what? Ugh. Whoa! Well, while I'm trying to get 1 par, you can really tell that this one has no, yes, 1 par! It got in the hole. It didn't activate the thing, but it got in the hole. And yay, 1 par! Oh my goodness gracious, it's so much fun to do. But the next minigame is right here, and it is bowling. So we have a little bowling course. Oh, look at the galaxy lights. And this one is utilizing the magma Sulfur Cube with the hot archetype. So this one is super slippery, and it hits, whoa, anything that comes near it. So we're going to restart the game, get our pins up, and I am going to get just a normal netherite sword. Now, I don't know how I want to do this. There's 10 pins. I'm going to try to hit like around this area, see if I can get the corners, because the last thing I want is for one on this side and one on the other. So let's hit it about here. Okay, I think that this is doable. Let's do our second attempt. No, I didn't do it! 50th time's the charm. Yes, okay, wonderful. Don't screw this up, Ellie. No! You know what? I got it. Gotta freaking love it. I set these zombies guys up as some pins, so if you're interested in seeing how I made this minigame, then definitely let me know. I would love to share how I did it. But let's move on to the next minigame, which is soccer or football. Now, I think I'm going to have a potion of speed with this, and we're gonna get right onto the pitch. Come on. And strike in there. Oh, it missed. Okay, come on back. Boom! Yeah! Now, this is going to be so much more fun if you actually had friends and you could, like, you know, make them play defense and you play offense or vice versa. But it's really fun with the moss to just like, boom. It's a cool little mini game that you could potentially do. Yeah, but that's really all for soccer since I don't really have any, you know, one to play against. And the next game is something probably a lot of you are going to want to utilize. It is wallball. Now, let us get a knockback wooden sword and the netherite wooden sword, and we're going to use the yellow wool archetype. So we've got a wall in front of us, and basically you want to try to just whack it. This could be a way to like aim train. I know that a lot of PvPers are not really going past like 1.9 with the combat update, but I think that this is a really fun way, especially if you use the wooden one with knockback, to kind of just aim train your way to being a little bit better at PvP and tracking. And imagine you have a whole bunch of friends, keep it up in the air is another thing, you play hot potato. All right, well, enough of this. I'm gonna break my sword here. Oh my god, what happened to him? Oh my god, what's going on? Oh, okay. Let's move on to Battleship. Now, this is a fully custom battleship. So let's read the rules here. The scoring rules, that is. If I hit the 4 squares, then that is 5 points. If I hit 1 square, it is 10 points. And if I hit half a square, it is 1 point. Now, since I set this up, I know exactly what I mean by this. It's a little wordy, but you get the idea. We're gonna hop right into it. So let's make sure to turn on mob griefing. So that way, when these TNT archetypes go off with our fire aspect 2 sword, we are going to be ready. So let's do attempt number 1. We have defense 1 at the ready. Let me try to aim a little bit over here. And again, I want it to bounce over the obsidian wall. So I'm gonna be aiming a little bit under. Huh! Oh no! Yeah, let's try again. Maybe we hit up like that. There we go. Okay, it just barely got over. And there it goes. Okay, hopefully that exploded something. Now that kind of like drooped barely over. So let's start our attempt number 2. And I'm gonna try to get a running start for this one. Yeah! Okay, that barely even moved again. But yeah, as you can see, the door is open. Let's let it explode. And let's see, how many points did we get? Absolute none. Well, this just won't stand. I have to get a point. Since we already just saw that, let's set up defense number 2. Let's do our attempt 1, and let me try. I swear to God, I was better at this in testing. Oh. That was a totally legal maneuver, by the way. Okay, secondary sulfur cube. So, if you're gonna make this for yourself, you might want to get a sword with some knockback on it. I think I'm actually just going to enchant this myself. And now, that should be a little bit better. So, since that one went over there, I think I'm gonna aim over there. So let's... Hi-ya! Okay, that worked a little bit, and the door's open once again. Let's wait for it to explode, and let's reveal the points. Yes, I got 1 block, let's go! Oh my goodness gracious. So I would get half a point. Not very good for a game that I created, but hey, this is only one of the many games that you can create and play with your friends with this update. It is so freaking awesome, and oh, I absolutely love it. I had a ball. I'm not even gonna lie, with bowling and golf, I absolutely have a ball. Same with basketball up there. I wonder if there's a way to make like a baseball or like a softball. You could probably make football too, but that would be like miles harder because you actually have to like pick it up and carry it. And I guess the defenders would like try to kill you, but that's a little violent. But yeah, the road ahead is clear because that is everything you're gonna need to know about 26.2. Oh no, he's just still jumping away. Oh, he's... All right, well, while I go get him, Budz, thank you so much for watching, Budz. Thank you to our members, Aya Lily Lilith, the Happy Tree Hugger, Kin Boshi, and Medulla Vods. Oh, no, come on, back, come down. Just stop moving. Let me get him over here. 4... But if you guys want to know everything that they've announced about 26.3, the fall update of this year, then make sure to check out this video here because I go over everything. And as always, Budz, remember to join the village today. It's only a click away. Oh my God, he's going crazy.